today we're starting in PowerPoint. I'm going to be doing PowerPoint Project 1 of Module 1, Silver River. So here in Blackboard, the first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and do our support file, the JPEG, the picture. So I'm going to click on the picture, and then I'm going to right-click once it opens up, and I'm going to save image. And I'm going to save image in my pictures, and I'm just going to leave it the exact same name. I'm going to say save. Go back to Blackboard. I've already downloaded the instructions and printed them out, so I'm going to click on the starter file. It's going to open up down here in the left-hand corner. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to open up a new PowerPoint presentation. So the first thing we want to do here is we're going to enable editing. Then we're going to save it with our last name. I'm going to go save as. I'm going to browse. I'm going to find my folder for my computer class and documents. And then I'm going to rename this and get rid of the starter file and instead put my last name in there. The other thing we need to do in PowerPoint is on this very first slide in each one of your PowerPoint presentations that you submit, down at the bottom, this is the notes section down here, and you need to put in your name. So file created specifically for, and you want to put in your name. So you're going to need to do that in each one of your PowerPoint presentations that you create. So here in PowerPoint, let's look at this screen. We have our ribbon, which we had in Word and Excel, and also Access. A lot of what we learned in Word, we apply in PowerPoint. You know, the way you change the font, the way you do the pictures, all of that is the same in PowerPoint as we did in Word. So a lot of what we do here is going to be review. Here in PowerPoint, we have our presentations. Up across the top, we have draw, excuse me. We have design here in the design tab. We have our different themes. And the theme is like with the background. If I move my mouse over these themes, you can see the picture change. That's a live preview. And what we want to do is we want to change our theme color to orange. So we're just going to come over here to this orange over here in the variants and select that. And it's going to change all of the slides you can see over here. Now over here on the right, what you see on my screen are design ideas. This is new in Office 2019, Office 365. When you are creating your presentation, other than class, you can actually come over here to get some ideas on how you might want your slide to look. We're not going to use any of these, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I didn't mean to change that. So let me go back and undo that. So here we've got our PowerPoint presentation. We've changed the variant colors to orange. Now on this picture, we actually want this picture to be across the entire slide. So we need to change it and make it look larger. So once I have my picture selected, you can see up here I have my Picture Tools contextual tab. I'm going to click on Format. Over here on the far right, we have our size. And we're going to make this, change the width to 13.33 to take up the entire, across the entire top of our slide here. Over here are our thumbnails. We're going to go to slide 2. So all we need to do is just click on the thumbnail of slide 2 to go there. You can also use your scroll bar to move from slide to slide. Over here on hard skills, we want to make this more outstanding for our viewers. So we're going to make the hard skills bold, and we're going to make soft skills bold. Again, all that should be just a review from Word. We're going to also change the font size of both of these words to 24. So I'm going to highlight that, change it to 24, highlight this one, and change it to 24. Where it says specific job, we don't need the for specific job, sorry. We don't need that text. So we're just going to highlight it and then hit delete. Down here in the notes panes, this is where you can add information for your presentation. It's not going to show to your audience, but it's there for you as a presenter to remind you of different things that you need to say during your presentation. And in this case, we're going to say ask audience, for examples, and write on flip chart. So we can remind ourselves this is what we need to do when we're showing slide 2. On slide 3, we're going to italicize the text soft skills, just to emphasize that. So we're going to go soft skills and italicize. Now we want to insert a new slide 4. So entering new slides, we're going to come up here. You can either do it from the Insert tab or from the Home tab. We've got our new slide option here, and we have these different layouts that we can choose from. Now your layouts will be different depending on the presentation theme that you use. What we are asked to do is insert a new slide with the section header layout. So we're going to come up here to section header and select that. And it's going to put in a new slide right after slide 3. So right here we have a new slide 4. Our title, we want to be communication. And make sure you spell everything correctly. In PowerPoint, it's very important that you don't have a misspelled word. And when increases productivity is our subtitle, and we want to underline this. We're ready for slide 5. So I'm going to click on slide 5. We want to modify the bulleted list. So we've got this bulleted list here, and we're going to make some changes to it. We want to increase the 19% succeed. We want to increase the indent. Now, these 3 right now are at first level indent. We want to move this one to the second level indent, and all we need to do that is hit the tab key. You can also hit these keys right up here in the paragraph to increase or decrease indent as well. The 26% cannot accept feedback. We want to decrease that by 1 level, so we can come up here and hit the decrease, and it's going to move that back to where it's now a 1. And 89% lack soft skills. We really want to emphasize this for our audience, so we're going to make that larger. We're going to increase the font of that to 24. Now we're going to select all the text in our placeholder here, and we're going to make some changes. We're going to change the font color to orange, accent 1, darker 25%. So on the Home tab over here, we've got our font grouping, and here's our orange accent 1, and we want it to be darker 25%. We're ready for slide 6. You can see slide 6 is really kind of messed up here, so we're going to make some changes to make it look better. We're going to change the slide layout to picture with a caption to help it make it more readable. So we're going to come up here to layout, and we want to change this to picture with caption. You can see now we can see all of the information. And again, my design ideas pops up. I'm going to just close that. Here we go. Now we're ready for slide 7. Slide 7, we're going to balance the visual elements in the slide. We're going to make them look a little better. We're going to apply bullets to the paragraph here. So we're going to highlight all of them and then come up here and just click on the bullets to make that a bulleted list. And over here in this placeholder, we are going to add that picture of the staff that we downloaded. So right here, we have these little icons. So here's where we could add a table, a chart, a smart art, or video, pictures from online if we want. Or here's pictures, like pictures on our computer. That's what we want. We're going to go to the pictures and find that picture of support staff that we downloaded. I'm going to insert that. So it's going to put that picture in. And again, I get my design ideas. I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I'm going to resize this picture now to 3 inches. So up here, because I have my picture selected, I've got my picture tools format, and I want this to be 3 inches tall. So make it a little bit bigger. We want slide 7 to actually be the last slide. So I'm going to click over here on my thumbnails and I'm just going to drag it down. So now slide 7 becomes slide 8. We want to check our spelling. Again, when you're doing a presentation, you always want to make sure everything's spelled correctly. When you're giving a presentation, if you have a misspelled word, you've lost your audience. They're going to start second guessing your presentation, your knowledge, because you have a misspelled word. What else have you done wrong? So you need to really make sure everything's spelled correctly. So we're going to come up here and go to the Review tab and do spell check. And we're going to change this and change that, change this, and our spell check's complete. Now the last step that we want to do is we want to change our theme, our design theme. You can change your theme at any point when you're doing a presentation. Now over here on slide 5, you can remember we changed this to orange. When we change our theme, it's going to change the color of that, and that's okay. We're going to come up here to design, and we are going to change the theme to the office theme. And when we do that, you can see it really changes our slides, how they look. Now this is blue. And so now we're going to come down here in the very bottom. You've got a slide sorter view. So here's all the slides in your presentation. You want to check them, make sure that that is how yours looks as well. Now you're ready to save it. We're going to close PowerPoint, and you can go to Blackboard and present it for grading.